This is the LowcoSports Lowdown podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
Man, we just psyching you out all over the place with these intros. It is Justin Jarrett and Max Arraj with you at the moment. Wes is on the road back from a Donnybrook at May River. He had penalties. Conner Worl also had penalties. They'll both be joining us shortly to talk about it. And I believe Wes has also lined us up with Coach Moldenauer from May River Girls to come on and talk about their incredible win against Bluffton. Bluffton got off to a 2-0 lead. May River then scored 3 consecutive goals to take the lead. Bluffton tied it up. Logan Young with all the goals for Bluffton. She had a hat trick. So she scored in the 72nd minute to send it to extra time. They stayed tied. And then Lexi Lagan, who we shouted out a couple of times. Wes looks different. Yeah, he's looking a little different these days. That would be Max Arraj, Mad Max, Wes on the road. But Lexi Lagan with a couple of saves at the end to seal it. 6-5, Wes has it in the shootout. Hanelin Whitecamper with the game-winning goal in the 8th round of the shootout. So Sharks take that one, and the Shark boys also win in penalties 5-4 after a 1-1 draw with Hilton Head. So big wins for both May River soccer teams. As we mentioned, we'll have Wes and Conner Worl coming on to tell us about it. They were both on the scene. And actually, I got some video from our friend Claire Green, the star golfer at May River. Saw Wes putting in some work. She sent me a couple videos of Wes getting up and down the sideline trying to get these highlights. So look forward to sharing the highlights with you that Wes was able to track down tonight. But we'll also have Conner joining us. You and I both sat it out tonight. I had middle school baseball. The Kraken Bulldogs took an L tonight to a really good Hilton Head middle team. Much respect for those guys. A couple of guys I know coaching travel ball on that squad, and they got a really good team. So they're undefeated. I may shout them out later, a couple of those Stingrays from Hilton Head Middle. But a few other things going on around the area tonight. We had May River Baseball beat Providence Christian 10-0 tonight, made quick work of them. Tyson Brisington, 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs. Logan Hargis struck out 2 in the 5th. To finish it off. Trace Mishick, a couple of hits. Will Korn, huge night, 3 for 3, double, triple run, 3 RBIs. Joe Schroeder, a couple more RBIs. Dylan Mishick, 2 more RBIs as well. So everybody's swinging it for the Sharks. Bridges Prep beat Whale Branch 12-0. Dakari Green, really good outing. 7 Ks over 6 innings for Bridges Prep, just 3 hits and a shutout. James Williams, 2 for 3 with a couple walks, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. These were close to going final, but I don't think they have yet. Stratford was up 7-2 on Hilton Head Christian, and West Ashley was up 7-2 on Beaufort. Both of those in the HIT tournament, Hanahan tournament, which is all over Charleston now. That thing's growing big. I think it's like 57 teams this year, which is awesome. Softball Diamond, Hanahan 13-0 over Bluffton. Cross 13-12 over Bridges Prep. Bridges was up 9. They played the 23-16 game last night. They ran it back tonight. It was 9-0 Bridges after the top of the first, but Cross rallies to win 13-12. Alasia Hollings, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. Sydney Hollings, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. And there's a third Hollings as well. Told you about the 2 big soccer scores, couple other ones. Coastal Hurricanes 2-1 over Hilton Head Christian on the girls' side. HHCA with the split, winning 7-0 on the boys' side. Still looking for a few other scores, but we got some golf from Shipyard. May River with a 174 to win it. James Island 184. Hilton Head 185, Bluffton 188, so really tight. May River's Landry Williams with a 37 for medalist honors. So, yeah, good night. A lot of sharks in the water, indeed. Really good night for May River across the board tonight. They had a really good night, and they were very busy. Seems like a little bit slower schedule this week. I guess a lot of teams around the state are on spring break, and so you got some tournament stuff happening. A little bit off kilter for us. Of course, we have spring break coming in a couple of weeks because Heritage is coming around the corner. Hard to believe how quickly that has come upon us, but here we are. It always sneaks up on me. Conner Worl joining us momentarily, and I'm going to get his highlights and his post-game interview downloading for us because he was out Yes, that's true. Landry is just a freshman and a lefty. He's got a nice little lefty swing. Been watching him for a couple of years now. Conner Worl is in the green room, and we bring him into the studio now. What is up,
What's up,
brother?
guys? How are you guys?
You were in the nest tonight. I was just around the corner at the middle school baseball field, and saw the guys warming up, and then saw the game was going on as I was leaving. Had a really good one, 1-1. It was 1-0 May River first, I believe. Timmy O'Gorman with the goal. Then Hilton Head tied it up, stayed that way all the way to penalties, and then the Sharks take the dub. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, it was a slow game to start off with, but once that second half hit, I mean, bodies flying everywhere, tackles going on each side. It was a great game for both goalkeepers, Conner and Justin Ruiz. They both had great games today. Conner had a PK save in the game. He also had a PK save in the PK shootout as well.
Oh, wow.
So it was a big game for him. And Justin Ruiz had an assist today from goalkeeper. That was pretty exciting in the 90th minute to tie it up. So, but going into the game for injuries, May River had two guys kind of questionable going into the game. It was two captains for them. It was Alonzo and Felipe Carter. Felipe center back.
Yeah. Felipe Falus.
Yes, the center back for them. He did not play today, the center back, but Alonzo did play in that second half and the extra time and did make the first penalty for May River. So he was very big for that second half, really calmed everybody down and showed his leadership out there today. Yeah, and then for Hilton Head, the players that stood out to me today were Angel, of course, in that midfield role. He was really just everywhere. He was playing striker, deep line midfielder, attacking midfielder. He was really everywhere today for him. Justin Ruiz staying very consistent as a goalkeeper. You can see he took the penalty for him as well and made that. So, and then Tyler Ulster keeps finding his way onto that score sheet and did score that goal to tie it up to send it into extra time. Or unfortunately, Hilton Head did lose, but yeah, I mean, penalties go like that sometimes. So.
Your mentor Carlo giving you props for great highlights tonight.
Thank you. Yes. No, it was a fun one. Penalties are never fun for the people on the field, but they're definitely fun for the people watching the game.
Yeah, it's not a just way to decide it. But I guess it's got to be done. It doesn't have to be done in region play for me, but I'm fine with draws. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
But rules are rules, so we got to shoot it out, and it is definitely more exciting for the spectator than just watching everybody walk off the field with a draw. And I mean, for the winning team as well.
Yeah, you could tell May River boys were excited after that win. They had a rough game against it was Lucy Beckham on Friday. It was a close game, but you could definitely tell they came in a little tired, a little worn down, especially with a couple of injuries from that game as well. You could tell they were tired.
Got the dub though, and we've got the post-game interview here.
All right, I'm here today with Conner, the goalkeeper for May River. Talk me through the penalty save in the game and throughout the penalty shootout.
Well, this is an easy shot, so I'm gonna save it. Holy cow!
All right, after the ice bath, talk me through what was that penalty shootout like, and what was the pen through the save like today?
Well, in my mind, I was thinking that we're gonna win this game, and I was just gonna pick a side and go with it.
Absolutely. And how can you continue this momentum going into the next couple of games?
Just remember this game right here and be excited for every single one.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Did the Timu mic survive?
Yes, it did. It did survive, yes.
All right. That's the credit to the Timu mic for surviving the ice bath, because that's always your concern, the technology.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it, but I showed my sister, and she was like, "Is the mic okay?" I was like, "I think so."
I was a little concerned for it, but it looks like you got lucky. No, good stuff though. Getting the ice bath in the post game interview. That's terrific stuff. A really impressive performance from Conner and net tonight against a solid squad. And did you say the 98th minute when they let up?
No,
that goal?
the 90th.
Oh, still the 90th.
Yeah, it might have been like the 92nd or something like that. It was definitely it was one of the last plays of the game. It was like that goal, and then May River sent a long ball, and then it was over. So yeah, it was definitely a late goal for them.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you think that would be enough momentum to maybe carry you in the extra time, but a credit to May River for being able to get their heads back up and fight it out. Get into
and
the
with only
shootout,
it's 5-minute halves in extra time, so it's very short, but anything can happen in those 5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely, especially after such a crestfallen way to, give up the goal, the equalizer there at the end. But no, good stuff. So trying to think on my feet here. What's this do for standings? I'm gonna pull them up.
Sure moves it around. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So it moves May River a game ahead of Hilton Head, and Bluffton is also a game ahead of Hilton Head. So it's getting really dicey in there. I'm getting the standings
It's
pulled up here
tight,
right now.
very tight. Lucy Beckham hanging out at the top, but everywhere else is very tight.
Yeah, it is. James Island at 3-2, May River and Bluffton both at 4-3, Hilton Head at 3-4. So, gonna be a battle to the finish. They should each play 10, right? So, you got some with James Island has 5 games left. So they're, how they go is going to be pretty pivotal, you would think. So yeah, good stuff, man. It's really tightening up in the region, and we've got Wes joining us here momentarily. He's jumping in the green room. So Conner, you got any other thoughts about this? And what do you got next on your schedule?
I've looked ahead a little bit. I know Hilton Head has 2 other games this week. I'm not sure if they'll be super competitive, but I might make my way down there just for maybe a first half or a second half of each game. For this game, obviously penalties are fun for me. I've already had 2 penalty games after only covering like maybe 10 games so far. So hopefully I can keep getting lucky with the content, and hopefully I can just keep pumping it out for you guys.
You want to hang out and watch, hear about Wes's girls game and check out the highlights? All right.
Look at that as well.
So Wes, you also had penalties over at the tank. We already kind of ran through the basic recap of it, but tell us from your perspective on the ground. Tell us about this game. Heck of a game, 3-3, and then a really crazy penalty shootout.
Yeah, went 8 rounds, but man, it looked like it was Bluffton's game early on. The first 20 to 30 minutes, it really was all Bobcats, and May River was trying to find themselves. And I thought they got to their game a little more as the first half wound down, and then they struck a couple times quickly in that second half and got right back in it. Just terrific resilience and great teamwork. You look at those 2 of those players who impacted in both of those scored just a minute apart, which eventually brought them ahead with Rebecca Hoover and Emily Alonzo. But the offense definitely woke up in that second half of the ball game, and Lila Sharp got going in set piece, really important goal to get the momentum back after going down 2-0 in that game. And then Rebecca Hoover and Emily Alonzo with both a goal and an assist as the Sharks rattled off 2 goals in the span of 1 minute to go from 2-1 down to up 3-2. But then Bluffton, Logan Young, my God, she has quite a shot, and she picked up a hat trick in losing effort tonight for Bluffton. And it seems like every time I go to a Bluffton game, she finds the back of the net. I mean, what a goal scorer that she's become for those Bobcats. But a heck of a fight, heck of a comeback by Coach Riednauer and that May River team. I didn't think they had it in them. And this is a team that had a really good start to the season. Wow. Had a couple of tough losses in region play, but now showing a little bit extra now as we get into these last few matches. But just a insanely impressive game. For the Sharks in terms of their comeback win, but just an exciting one to watch. Back and forth action throughout, and just a lot of twists and turns throughout those 80, which became 90 minutes, which became penalty shootout. But fantastic soccer and a heck of an effort and from this Movers team. I'm trying to.
Oh.
I mean, that was.
Oh man, nice shot.
Yeah, that was a nice goal right there.
Yeah,
from the Sharks to
keeper went out for it, and she slipped it past her.
Yep. And then just a bit
about
later,
to get into the penalties, right? Or was that pulled to 3-2?
Yeah, this was 2-2, and then they ended up scoring again a minute later to go up 3-2.
Oh, right, yeah, because that tied it.
Yeah, and that beautiful find from Rebecca Hoover to hit Emily Alonso, and then
Gotta
Logan
love a
Young
cutback.
with the
Oh, man.
Your favorite thing being a striker when you see the ball just come across the face of the goal, you're like, I just have to pass it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's your favorite thing.
Yep.
So I'm wondering.
And then
Young's
a very
gonna get
weird
another
free
one.
kick. Yeah, free kick where they had a wall right near the goal. You normally don't see that, but it wasn't a penalty, but it was they called a foul and gave her a free kick for Bluffton. And then more craziness.
Traffic. I'm getting anxious just watching it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
I couldn't be like a hardcore soccer fan, man. I get way too anxious even when I'm not invested.
Right.
I was watching Man City and Arsenal the other day, and it was just making me nervous.
If you were nervous during that game, you definitely couldn't handle a crazy
No.
game because I fell asleep during that game.
There's the equalizer.
Well, I fell asleep.
there.
I fell asleep during it. I
yeah.
woke up at the end and got anxious because
Okay. End of games.
Arsenal was just packing it in. And,
Yeah.
yeah. The ball was all on their end. It was tense. Plus, I wanted them to because Man City hadn't been shut out. At
May
home
River
in, like,
almost got it
11
right near
million
the
years.
end there with under 2 minutes
Yeah,
to
they
go. Nearly slotted it in, but we went to extra time, and not much going on through those last 10 minutes in the overtime.
Medeiros is a Man U guy.
Periods, yeah. Oh.
I'm a Liverpool guy, so
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a squad, but I claim Tottenham
interesting.
because I
choice.
did like I when I tried to get into Premier League, I had to pick a team, and I did like a quiz based on your favorite baseball team, and it said if you're a Cubs fan, you're a Tottenham fan. So I went with Tottenham.
Connor,
Plus, that was Ted Lasso's original team, Tottenham.
Connor, I'm a Fulham fan.
A Fulham. I like Fulham.
Yeah.
I got the American left back.
Yep.
Yeah, I grew up a Man U fan, so
Front runner.
Yep.
Well, me and my uncle went to a couple games when we were the 2 times we went to London. We went to go watch Man U play, so it was always fun.
How about this penalty shootout though?
Yeah.
Went 8 rounds.
Yeah,
and
right.
Wow.
Both goalkeepers
Yeah,
coming up
jeez.
big.
Oh,
Ooh.
Stretching out
And
there.
then Bluffton
Good
with the
one.
chance to win it right here after the Sharks.
Lexi
Oh,
Legan.
man.
Lexi Legan, the Euro.
One
And
time
yeah.
star concession stand volunteer for BYS.
England Whitey Camper.
Oh, and she steps another one. Lexi, her
Got
pops
the
has got to be
winner
so
for
proud.
the Sharks, and then Lexi Legan getting the game-winning save. That's a huge win for May River. Look at Coach Redenauer running in there.
So now the question
Moldy.
is, where are the standings for the region in terms of women's soccer?
Funny you should
Like,
ask.
where do we sit right now?
We're about to get them pulled up here. Because it's also getting tight in there. This
It always
does pull May River sort of ahead of Bluffton, but only a half game because they haven't played the same number of games. So Beckham's running away, but then
Jeez.
it's all still pretty competitive 2 through 5. And Bluffton, I mean, they've outscored region competition 32-30, and they're 2-4. So that's indicative of what kind of league we're playing into. It's tough out there, man.
I mean, that Lucy Beckham score difference, 36-7.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a quality team.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah,
that's a clear number 1 team, and not just the region, but they're top of this possibly state contender, in my opinion.
I think they probably are. I think they're probably the favorite. I don't know what the rankings.
Is it
29th nationally.
Yeah.
29th nationally.
According to look at all the South Carolina teams. We got I guess
Right.
because
Wanda,
the
Lucy
way,
Beckham, Oceanside.
Well, I think is it because
we play earlier.
And some areas of this country play in the fall, play soccer in the fall to spring. So
if you look at, let's see, for
Pinewood, really,
they've got East Side ranked.
East Side, East Side's been a powerhouse for a long time.
East Side
in girls soccer. Yep, so that could be
girls
a great
soccer and wrestling.
That's a lot of really solid squads in that top 5 and 6.
Riverside's always very good too.
A couple of strong a lot of upper state teams in the
Catawba Ridge is kind of the newcomer.
Lower state,
Yeah, Greenville's always top. So but I think Beckham is among the cream of the crop. Maderos calls them a runaway train. And Misa says they're very, very good. Mount Pleasant is popping off right now for soccer.
It's a soccer hotbed.
No doubt about it, and everything else for that matter. I mean, Mount Pleasant's just blown up. It's there's a lot of growth there, and that's why Beckham is going bye-bye to 5A next year. See ya.
Yay!
Nobody's gonna really miss them in James Island in that region. I guarantee you that. Not only the trips, but also just the caliber of competition is. It's just they've grown so fast. And then James Island has the charter part too, which they're able to draw from outside their attendance zone. So.
I will say it is not easy. It is not easy to come back down to a region rivalry like this. And Bluffton, had the leg up for most of that game. Logan Young, converting to some great passing as well from Jocelyn Rees, Sierra Geis playing well over in the midfield, and Bluffton had their way. And Mayriver was really trying to find their step, and just a couple of turnovers early on, and. As they got on, they got some breaks along the way, and they took advantage of the opportunities that they had. I think getting that first one in the 54th minute was absolutely huge. When you're worried that set piece, worried that corner kick, and Leela Sharp, right place at the right time, able to put the ball in the back of the net off it may not have been an intentional feed from Natalia Froome, but she was just trying to get it close to the net, and maybe if someone was there, and then Sharp was able to pounce on it, and then from there they just found an extra step. Momentum is a thing in soccer, and when you see the ball go back in the back of the net, it's kind of like in basketball. When you see the ball go through the hoop, it gets to you, and you kind of feel that the extra vibes in your step, and that kind of pulls everyone to take that extra gear up, and that's kind of what we saw after that, and it definitely rattled Bluffton a little bit. Mayriver really hit the ground running after that, and then Rebecca Hoover and Emily Alonso, tremendous passing and playmaking. I mean, how often do you see 2 goals in the span of just over a minute, maybe even less of that in action? So, and then, props.
I love that too. I guarantee you, when Moldenhauer gets in here in a little bit, she's going to tell us that her coach used to always tell her at USCB, the 2 minutes after a goal are the most important, because if you come out with energy the 2 minutes after a goal, you can often steal a second one. Or you can steal one right back if you've just given one up, because people just kind of let up a little bit after a goal for a couple minutes, and you may be able to sneak in there. So,
credit to what they did defensively, and goalkeeper Lexi Lagan made a couple of saves. The defense played better as it went on, and once they really found the ability to control the pace of the game, I think it was, theirs for the taking. And obviously, Bluffton really didn't have many other chances aside of that crazy Logan Young strike for the hat trick. And she is a gifted scorer.
Lethal.
I mean, good Lord. But yeah, I mean, the Sharks showing something that we've seen in the past. I mean, they've had a couple of decisive wins, but they had a close win over Hilton Head earlier, and we'll have a rematch on Friday over at the Tank, which obviously has a lot more implications on the region standing. So that's going to be a big one. But I mean, when you look back, this could be that important win that could essentially send Mayriver into that 4 spot, or maybe that 3 spot in the region. So way to dig deep against a talented Bluffton side and going down 2-0. It's just an excellent job of finding something within yourself and clawing your way back. And sometimes that's what you got to do when things aren't going well for you early and you kind of just not playing on your best game. And we saw that for the first 30-40 minutes of this contest. But great to see the Sharks get it done, and awesome to see that celebration afterwards. And it's penalties are fun, and there's definitely an art to players that do well in those situations, and you got to have a strong and very, very tenacious goalkeeper. And Lexi Lagan did the job, 2 saves in a row to clinch it, and that's the difference in a lot of those cases. Who can make the one or the 2 saves? Conner, you've seen a lot of those shootouts. Just your thoughts on.
You were a keeper, right?
I was.
Yeah, I want to hear your perspective on the shootout experience.
Well, I definitely had a couple penalties in my day back in Indiana. I had a couple defenders who love to put in a challenge that isn't quite on the ball. So, from a goalkeeper's point of view, obviously, if you save it, you feel like the man. But if you concede, you definitely feel like it's on you. But it's nice to have center backs, wing backs, anybody to come put your head up. Just know it wasn't your fault. I know the numbers say something that's like not a high chance of stopping a penalty. It's just it's just guessing aside and hoping they go there.
Yeah. It's a statistical long shot, to say the least. To stop
if you think about it, the players should score every time. If you just smash it
on the shooter
to the side, even if the goalkeeper goes to that side,
if you shoot it perfectly, there's nothing you could do as a goalkeeper. And sometimes you just gotta, if you guess the right way and you're able to get to a spot where you can make the save on it, that's the goal. Go
Gumby. Go Gumby and try to get a finger on it or something, just deflect it any way you can. But it's got to be a hopeless feeling.
Definitely a scary feeling, especially being on your line, just looking at the person when you're just waiting. So, but
you don't even know when it's coming. A little stutter step. Yeah.
Especially with nowadays, so much stuttering, slow walking, slow down, speeding up, just all that kind of crap would suck being a goalkeeper,
Indeed. As Madero said, they're a special breed. So
yeah.
Well, hey man, thanks for the report and for hanging out for the entirety of the soccer segment. We will have Coach Moldenauer jumping on with us in a little bit, but we'll let you get on with your night. But thanks a lot, and let us know when you're ready to head back out to the pitch, man.
Perfect. Thank you guys.
All right, take care, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, Misa says bring your gloves next time. I
don't know if I have my gloves anymore. They might be in the trash because of how stinky they are now.
All right, brother. We'll see you real soon.
Yep.
Take care.
See ya. Bye.
Conner Worl, always great talking soccer with him. Love to see his passion for the game, and he's picked some really great games to go cover too.
Yeah, I know, man.
Hitting the jackpot. So
look at the job.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, I mean, you get a pretty good odds in that league. You go cover the game between any of those top 5, it's going to be pretty good most of the time. MVP sponsors of LowcoSports make this all possible. Megan Jarrett is my wife and the official realtor of LowcoSports. She's with the Anchor Home Group of Keller Williams of the Lowcountry, and she would love to help you get into the Lowco real estate market, whether you're looking to buy or sell. It's a great time to list your home right now. Home prices are starting to go back up. Also a great time to buy. You can still negotiate a little bit. So call on Megan Jarrett if you want to invest in some real estate, or if you want to move to a bigger home, upgrade, whatever you want to do, hit her up. Anchor Home Group, Megan Jarrett. Lowco Homegrown Home Inspections is the official home inspector of LowcoSports. Jan Lucas and his team are the best in the business in the Lowco, and making sure that you're making a great investment in your real estate purchase. They'll check it over from top to bottom, make sure everything looks good. And if you're building a new home, you got to have that phased inspection from Homegrown Home Inspections, our official home inspectors. Mickelson Law Firm is the official real estate closing attorney of LowcoSports, and they've been with us since the beginning, back in 2017. Love Ryan and Tiffany and the Mickelson squad. They are the presenting sponsors of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage, big supporters of the Eagles over at Mickelson Law Firm, and hospice care of the Lowcountry, official hospice provider of LowcoSports, the only not-for-profit hospice in Southern Beaufort County, and they're also the Golden Oyster Award winner for the nonprofit of the year here in Bluffton. So congratulations to Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, all kinds of great services for our community over there, and all not-for-profit. So nobody's coming out of pocket, because in hospice care, it is not about dying, it's about living. So Coach Moldenauer has joined us in the green room, and we just ran through the highlights, Coach. So now we get the post-game interview. Congratulations on a really hard-fought win. I was happy to see my girl Alonzo coming through with some big plays in the second half. She's always fun to talk to. And then Lexi Lagan, stepping up big, the young kid in goal for you tonight. So, just take us through the emotions of tonight, falling behind early, having to come back, and then pulling it out the way you did.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of the things. I just got home and I'm like, what's happening? No, I'm super proud of the girls tonight. Like you said, we were down a goal at halftime, then down 2 goals early in the second half. So we had to come back from that. We ended up tying it 2-2 and then getting the go-ahead goal at 3-2, but couldn't hold on. So then 3-3. Overtime and then straight to PKs. So it was a battle tonight. Bluffton always puts up a good fight. It's always a fun little game to play, especially with being friends with Coach McCarthy and Britt. It just makes it that much more fun. But I'm super proud of the girls tonight. Just coming away with the win. That's what we said we needed to do, and they got the job done.
Yeah, certainly an adventure, and you guys earned it, but it's a win, and it's an impressive comeback. Tell me about what this group of girls showed you rallying from that 2-0 hole here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I'm super proud of them. Probably wasn't our best first half performance. We regrouped at second half, talked about what we needed to do, and they executed what they needed to do to get the win. So I'm really proud of them. We had a couple injuries tonight throughout the game just because it was so tough. So some people had to step up in different ways, and it was a great team effort.
I got to know, because I promised the guys that you invoked your college coach's advice after you guys got the equalizer, and then you scored a minute later. What did your college coach at USCB, Ed Heberling, always tell you about right after a goal?
Oh God, I don't know.
I just remember him always telling you guys the 2 minutes after a goal was scored.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And that, Lucy Beckham on Friday, we scored. I think it was 2-1 goal, and then next thing you know, 30 seconds later, off of their kickoff, they scored. So you got to be on it for sure. So
yeah. You guys scored those two back to back. I was like, I guarantee you.
Rebecca Hoover and Emily Alonzo made just great chemistry, great playmaking. Tell me about those two and how they stepped up to the challenger tonight.
Yeah, they were huge tonight. They both came in on as subs, and they've kind of have a little bit of injury, so time can be limited sometimes. But they stepped up huge tonight, and I'm really proud of them for going in and what the time they did have, making a huge impact.
Alex Madero's giving you love. Well done, Coach.
Yeah, impressive win for y'all tonight. I wonder, you guys got down going early in the second half. Y'all get down 2 goals. Mm-hmm. That perseverance, that resilience to get back into that game. I have a feeling that's going to be one of the biggest things for you guys as you head towards the playoffs, is to keep that perseverance going even when you're down. And I think that's always important. It doesn't matter what team it is. It's always important to keep that resilience, keep that playing. Fight going, So, I wonder, on top of all that, what is like some of the main focuses you guys have that need to be worked on as y'all, move towards the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we had a game plan going into today, and, they didn't do it as well in the first half as we would have liked. But I think just going forward, it's with our region, it's just all of the little things. like it was very clear today, you know, you're in and out of a game just like that. And it comes down to giving your all and, you know, winning your 50-50 battles, not giving up mistakes, that kind of stuff. So I think I'm very proud of them for the PKs because that is really mentally tough. So for them to stay in that, we've practiced them a lot and, you know, been in different situations where we're trying to keep it intense. So I'm proud of the way that they handled that as well, because I mean, PKs is not fun, but I just told them get the job done earlier. We wouldn't be in that position, but you know, it's, it's tough.
Big shout out to your keeper, Lexi Lagan. Made a couple of important saves, you know, before the overtime period and then into that shootout with the game on the line, makes a save to extend it and then made a save to win it. I mean, it takes a special breed to have that kind of success with the game on the line and in such a big moment of the season.
And a ninth grader, right?
Yes, absolutely. She's a freshman. You know, she was a rock star for us tonight. Sometimes she lacks confidence a little bit, you know, being a freshman coming in. But, you know, she held her own tonight and kept us in that game, helped us, got the win tonight.
A couple nights like this will cure that lack of confidence real quick. You hope. I mean, that's the goal, right? You have success and you go, oh, I can do it. But no, she's a great kid, great family. You know, dad is a terrific, inspirational coach, you know, like he stays on her. She's in the gym all the time in basketball season too. Just a dog.
I taught her in 2nd and 3rd grade, so it's like,
oh yeah,
deep down.
She's the sweetest. She used to work the concession stand for me at BYS.
I love her.
Yeah, she was lovely. And Cole's awesome too. Just a great family all the way around. But no, you guys are you know, right in the mix of it. I mean, every night is just a battle. And really every one of these, with the exception of Lucy Beckham, you know, I think who's kind of separated themselves and probably, you know, Carlton on the other end, like the other 4, it's a dogfight every night. It can go either way. And especially with no draws, like somebody's got to win. It's wild out there.
It's tough. Yeah. I think those no draws though are kind of helpful during the regular season for playoff time, just so that we're used to that kind of.
Yeah, that's true. You've been there.
It's a good point.
Keep the heartbeat a little slower.
Yeah. You want to have those opportunities to, you know, go through penalty kicks during the, you know, regular season as you get ready when it's a do or die.
Right?
Haven't
you had a couple?
They've had a couple. Yeah.
But
right back at it for another huge one on Friday against Hilton Head. You know, how do you keep this thing rolling? Keep the momentum as you get ready to host a scrappy Seahawks team that is playing some great soccer under Kyle Newcomb.
Yep. I mean, we were taking it one day at a time. It was Friday against Beckham, now today against Bluffton. So now we got 2 days to prepare for Hilton Head on Friday. And again, it's we got to walk away with a win. So hopefully being able to build on the momentum from today and kind of reflect on what worked and what didn't work and go forward. And I know Hilton Head's going to be out for a very competitive match. You know, we got the first win on them. We'll be at our home turf though, so hopefully that will hype us up a little bit and help us to get the job done on Friday as well. And set us.
They're playing tough. Should be a really good one. Coach Misa has a question for you. He'd like to know, Coach, what color is Bluffton tonight?
I mean, I think it is blue right now. I do believe.
Misa be trolling. He'd be trolling in the comments.
And he'd be trolling my text messages too.
Good old Misa. Gotta love it. But no, any other, I mean, obviously we shouted out the goal scorers tonight and you know, and Lexi, but there are always players who make huge contributions that don't show up in the box score. So who were some of the other kids that helped hold it together for you tonight?
Like you said, Rebecca and Emily really stepped up. Hanalyn, a sophomore as our forward, she stepped up and played really well tonight. Made her PK.
Carried the game winner.
Yep.
Yeah, so huge there. Jules, a freshman, kind of played everywhere. She has been for us all season, and she's really great about that is she can compete at any position that she's at. She played center back, she played center mid, she played wing for us tonight, and was just
Soccer player.
A solid player for sure.
Just be a soccer player.
Yeah.
Yep,
Go out there and
exactly.
play.
We've talked about a lot of these, younger standouts who are really starting to find their groove with this team. I mean, tell me about these freshmen, these underclassmen who have, rose to the occasion in these big region matchups and are showing out in the field. That's got to be a good feeling that you got them under your wing now, and they're going to be River Sharks for a good number of years and already have the experience and the wherewithal to win big games.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have a kind of a good mixture, and these young ones coming up are really invested and, want to buy into the program and what you want to aspire to be and compete with teams. So it's really great to have their impact on the field and off the field, and just, to encourage everybody to do better. And some of the upperclassmen, fight them for their position and that kind of stuff. We have a good battle this year of deciding our starting lineup every game because we have lots of options. So
competition's great.
Yeah, it's good for us for the future for sure.
Yeah, and what's really cool right now across a number of sports, but certainly in soccer, is the level of coaching and play that's happening at the club level is at a pretty high level. So you've got not just a couple. You always had a couple of kids coming in ninth grade that could play on that level, but you got whole classes coming in that can play at that level, and so it's good.
Yeah, and they play on. I have big groups that play on different groups that play on the same team. So that's always good too, because
they've got some chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're seeing the same thing in baseball, and you're going to start seeing it in lacrosse with this Loco Rush.
Yeah, I love that.
Off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to see. It really is.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
Good stuff from the Sharks tonight, Coach. Congratulations and best of luck on Friday. Hey, USCB, the softball fans have started doing fins up like this.
Interesting.
Instead of like this, and I think we're against it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're against it.
Oh, okay. We're against
it.
I don't think.
Bracken's very against it.
This is the Pharaoh. We can't.
I'm seeing walk like an Egyptian.
We can't do that. No.
I do think maybe the parrot heads, the Jimmy Buffetts, do that when they do fins to the left of me, fins to the right.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the Margaritaville influence. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think we gotta stick with the one fin.
The one.
Oh yeah.
One. You're an OG Sand Shark, so you get
absolutely.
Your vote counts extra. Your vote counts extra. Well, we appreciate you, Coach. Congratulations again, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Take care. Stephanie Moldenauer, OG Sand Shark, and Madero says, forget the fin. We just eat our opponents. Love it. Good show tonight. Fun show talking soccer.
Yeah, man.
Come for the sports. Stay for Justin and Max dancing. Oh, Lord. Walk like an Egyptian. That's what I see. I see walk like an Egyptian.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I thought.
But let's shout out some more sponsors. Varsity sponsors of LowcoSports. DDS Web Design builds, hosts, and maintains websites for businesses and nonprofits to get results. So if you need to get found online so you can do more and think bigger, call on DDS at ddshhi.com. Parker Law Group serves legal needs across Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties, and they will help you with all your legal needs. So call on Parker Law Group if you have needs out there where they're helping us continue to expand our coverage in those counties and shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes. Reverence Wrestling Club is the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and the presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. We appreciate all they do to support us, and if you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level, get over to Reverence Wrestling Club. And Dr. Ambrose Cole, the official chiropractor of LowcoSports, and you can find him over at Rooted Living Wellness. And it is a great place to go if you want to get feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. And Dr. Ambrose Cole can do it for you over at Rooted Living Wellness. Those are our varsity sponsors. Wes has dipped. He said he's wiped out. So we don't blame him. He worked today too. So we'll let him call it a night, and we'll take this thing on in. Alex Medeiros. Yeah, man. See you at the next big game. James Island Sharks at the Tank next Tuesday. That will be a good one. Indeed. James Island's gettable this year.
I do have a final score from the HIT tournament. Christian Academy did lose 12-2 to Stratford. Yeah, that one kind of pulled away from them. It's a very busy tournament. I was looking through all the sites and stuff like that. I mean, we're talking about 57 teams and multiple sites. It is the longest running baseball tournament in the state, from what I've been told. This is the 54th year they're doing this.
Wow.
So I think Christian Academy has one more game tomorrow. My guess would be they're playing. Let me look. Hold on. I had it right here. Someone in their site. Give me a second. So they'll probably be playing Western Branch High School tomorrow.
Okay.
They're not an easy team to beat. I should mention Stratford beat.
In fact,
Lucy
Western
Beckham.
Branch handed James Island its first loss tonight, 6-4.
Yeah. So I mean they're no joke. So we'll see how that one goes for them. I'm a bit worried, but and then Stratford is a really good team. They beat Lucy Beckham early on in the season, or actually last week, I believe. So I mean, these are it's a good challenge for Hilton Head Christian Academy to have, especially as they go into the playoffs. I think when they go into the playoffs, they're going to be playing some good teams from the upstate area, which has always been a problem for some of the teams down here. So I think having those teams to play against gives them a challenge, gives them good experience, especially when going into the next the playoffs at the end of May, I believe. So it's good experience for Christian Academy. Yeah, they didn't get the wins that they wanted to, although they had a good win against Timberland, which I believe is from Charlotte. So I mean, we got a lot of
Timberland from Charleston, up by Charleston.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're in. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's good experience. It's good experience.
I think it's great. Yeah. I think it only helps them.
And they also got AC Flora too on their
I think
schedule,
it also doesn't hurt them at all to lose a couple games. I think
it gives them things to work on, things to improve upon.
Just a little reality check every now and then never hurts.
I think that was. We saw that again.
You're never as good as you think you are, and you're never as bad as you think you are. That's what.
Well, I mean, we saw that. We remember that loss they had to Prep. I think that was like a huge reality check for them because they came into that next game on Wednesday and obliterated Prep. So I mean, I think having a reality check is important, especially for a team like this.
And they've been going pretty good again, so it was time to get humbled again. As a coach, you're definitely looking for opportunities to humble the team.
They only have 4 losses this season, and 2 of those 4 losses have come in this tournament. So I mean, it's a difficult challenge, and they're going to have more losses because they're playing AC Flora. Although you never know with AC Flora, but
that's going to be a good little series. That'll be fun.
It should be interesting.
I love what they did with their schedule this year. They just said, we know we got the goods, so let's see how good we can be. And then I believe they've really tested themselves and passed the test pretty well.
It's a very good thing for them. Extremely good thing for them. So I like what they did with the schedule this year. Also, I believe Beaufort lost to West Ashley tonight in the HIT tournament as well. I don't know what that final score was. Hold on, let me take a look.
It was 7-3. 7-3. I just added it into the thing. But speaking of Hilton Head Christian Academy, we are promoting something for them right now. They are going to be having their athletics expo. It's basically an open house on Friday between 2 and 5. So it's an opportunity for the public to drop in and learn about, Hilton Head Christian Academy's athletics program, meet coaches and student athletes from all sports, meet the new incoming athletic director, who's also the baseball coach, J.W. Wilkerson, tour the facilities, including the strength and fitness center, team locker rooms, baseball facility, and batting cage. So they've got spaces in some grades, they said. So I don't think they have a whole lot of space in the school at the moment, although there is an expansion coming. But they are having an open house for folks to come and check it out.
They are expanding. It's a good thing for them. I like seeing them expand. They definitely needed it. So I believe they're adding on to the gym as well. I hear they may be expanding their basketball gym, so we'll see what happens there.
Oh, that would be interesting.
So, well, I don't know. I hear it's true. I heard it from some athletic booster members, so we'll see. But
I mean, it would make sense, right?
yeah, they don't have. I mean, they don't really have. They don't have enough.
It's not a
seats in
big
there.
gym. It's not a
No.
big gym.
I mean, if you compare it to the old gym, they had a ton of seats in the old gym. So
yeah,
like
they
comparing
did.
that,
You had bleachers on both
Yeah.
sides, although they weren't very high. But then you also had that space up top where people would stand and watch.
Oh yeah,
which
we'd
was
always stand up there. Yeah.
very interesting vantage point. I always enjoyed watching games from up there.
Yeah, it was fun.
cool.
Anyway, yeah. So,
But yeah, there's not a
cool.
lot of seating in that gym. It gets full fast. It would be nice to
We
have
were-
seating on the opposite side of the floor as well.
What was it? It was last basketball season, not this season that we just finished, but the season before. So the 2022-2023 season. Chris Academy was playing prep on homecoming night, or homecoming night, I guess is what it's called, or senior recognition night, whatever it was. And we got in there, and it was beyond packed. I mean, there were people standing on the side of the court and stuff like that,
hanging from the rafters.
and it got great. It was loud. I mean, the cool part is how loud it can get in there.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a packed crowd, and it went into overtime too. Christian Academy eventually got the win, but it's a cool gym, but it needs some more seats. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they could stand to have some more seating. It wouldn't be a cheap add-on because you'd have to kick it out.
No.
So it wouldn't be easy. But
we shall see what happens.
I think they're raising a lot of money, so it looks like they got a lot of stuff coming in the future. Other scores that trickled in: boys soccer, First Baptist 4-0 over Hilton Head Prep. Boys lacrosse, Nation Ford 8-4 over Hilton Head. So that's about all we got tonight. Fairly slow night outside of the very heavy soccer slate. Well, not a heavy soccer slate, just a couple of really big games. Pretty quiet night overall, though. So we'll shout out the Lowco Booster Club, and then we'll do our shout outs and call it a night ourselves. The Lowco Booster Club supports everything we do here at LowcoSports, and it includes Court Lifestyle Pros. Lowcountry natives Daniel and Debbie Court are with Charter One Realty, and they'd love to bring you home to Hilton Head Island. Revive Rehab, Women's Health and Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy with Dr. Allie and Dr. Jen. Great spot for postpartum care. Eagle Creations has promotional items and custom apparel, as well as custom gift baskets. And all you coaches, if you need your postseason awards, as well as you want to get a preseason team store set up, they can do it all at Eagle Creations. Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. Great place to get some spicy conversation and come out looking stylish. And Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. Chris Odom gets your floors so clean, your feet will thank you. And he can also clean upholstery, ceiling tiles, walls, all kinds of stuff. He'll just get it clean for you. Call on Chris Odom at Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. That's our Lowco Booster Club. Time for some shout outs. Who you got, Bubba?
Give me Lexi Lagan for May River tonight. I kind of a no doubter there for me. What a fantastic night she had. And May River girls, man, shout them out, man. They came from behind, got the win in PKs. A real solid win for them. So I'll shout out Lexi Lagan.
Well, I'll match you with the other keeper who came up big tonight, Connor McLean for the May River boys. Huge night for him. But then I've also got, I was hoping Wes was going to hang around because I was going to shout him out too, because I got some highlights of Wes getting after it tonight. Wes is worldwide and the hardest working man in show business. Look at this dude trying to get these highlights. He's chasing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Claire Green on the camera work here. She sent me this, said, Wes is working hard for his paycheck tonight. I said, oh, baby. It's cute that you think this labor of love makes enough money for people to get paychecks.
Yeah, it's cute how you think
we need more sponsors so we can send people paychecks. That's not really a thing that's happening right now for any of us.
That deserves a paycheck. I will admit that deserves a paycheck, man.
My man showing off his Hilton Head High cross country training right there. He's still in good shape, getting up and down getting up and down the field. So thanks to Claire Green for sending that along. It made my night, actually. And told Wes I saw him working. I got some video of him hustling up and down the sideline. So shout out there. What are you getting into tomorrow night, buddy?
Oh, great question. I did have a game on hand. Let me think what it was.
Hilton Head Battery Creek.
See.
May River's not playing out. Actually, we're probably getting rained out tomorrow, if we're being honest.
Yeah, possibly. We'll see what happens. If not, I believe I might be, if I can find it here.
Thunderstorms in the morning, then cloudy skies late. Potential for severe thunderstorms. Chance of rain 100%. Don't love it.
Well, yeah, I'm not liking the odds there, but I will. If we do get any chance tomorrow, might go and watch softball out at May River against Battery Creek.
Oh yeah, good call. That's a good matchup.
Should be a good one. And then Thursday, I will be at a Ghost Pirates hockey game in Savannah.
Oh, nice.
I'll make sure that'd be a good one to get some footage for, just for y'all. But we'll see.
Go.
Anyway, and then Friday I will be at Hilton Head Christian as the baseball team will be playing
Central
Magnet.
It appears. I think they're from Tennessee. Yeah. I want to say.
I have no idea.
They've come down in the past. I want to say they're from Tennessee.
Yes, they have. Yeah.
But we got some decent stuff on tap next couple of nights. Tomorrow night I got rec softball, so I'll be booked up. But we got some decent soccer. Girls, Buford at Hilton Head is really interesting on the girls' side. That should be fun because both those teams are playing really well right now. Selena Duncan against that Hilton Head team should be good. You also got apparently Nation Ford playing May River in boys lacrosse tomorrow night. They must be on spring break.
Nation. Do we know where Nation Ford is from?
Yeah, Nation Ford's from up around Charlotte area, I believe.
Oh, okay, all right.
I want to say.
Right.
They're South Carolina though. Softball, Hilton Head at Buford, Battery Creek at May River. Again, baseball and softball are a little dicey tomorrow. It's going to rain a lot. Softball, USCB at Embry-Riddle tomorrow. Then Thursday.
Actually, I believe those have been canceled.
Have they? All right.
I believe so. Let me check real quick. I saw something pop up on Instagram. Hold on 1 second.
I haven't been on Instagram much today. I've been running all over.
They canceled. Yeah, they canceled both games tomorrow.
Gotcha.
There you go. They were supposed to be at Embry-Riddle and Daytona Beach.
Right.
Apparently, they're getting weather as well. So,
yeah, I think it's the same system.
They did cancel those games. They have not put a date out for makeups. If
probably won't.
They decide to. Yeah, they
usually don't with the non-conference midweek stuff. You just don't have any spots on the schedule for it that you want to play. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But so that's that for tonight. Thanks so much to Conner Worl for another great report on the Lowco soccer scene. Great game over there with May River and Hilton Head. Thanks to Wes Kerr as well. Felt like he was just a guest tonight. He wasn't really with us that long. He just popped in on us. But it all worked out well. Thanks to Stephanie Moldenhauer for jumping in. Great to talk with her as always. And thanks to Alex Medeiros and Misa for hopping in the comments. I mean, it was just a fun show tonight. Lots of interactivity. Really enjoyed it. And hope you did too. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We always appreciate having people along for the ride with us. But we'll be back to do it again tomorrow night. We'd love to see you then. Until then, for Mad Max Arraj, I'm Justin Jarrett. Let's go Lowco.
The LowcoSports Lowdown podcast is a production of Lowco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Lowco.